Hey guys, you're watching Keeping It Real with Vasavi, where, oh, look at my friend David already giving the thumbs up, where I keep it real all day, every day, even when I don't want to. I kind of didn't want to keep it real with you guys. I was going to do my hair, and I was like, screw that. I want to put a bun. I haven't washed it in 4 days. David, you get it. You get what it's like. So, guys, David Siteman Garland of the Rise to the Top.com, actually, him and I connected a few months ago. We had a great time. He interviewed me over at his site at the Rise to the Top.com. And he's puts out some great stuff out there. And so I wanted to have him on because I think he's awesome. You guys know I'm all about having amazing people on who aren't going to sugarcoat and BS. And David and I, when we first met, it like literally I felt like I knew him for years when we talked. It was just like that instant because there was no frills, there was no, there were no walls. We were just really real. But and I want to do the due diligence. I was just telling David how much I hate reading people's bios because yes, it never really sums up the core of who they are. It just kind of talks about. So David is the creator and the host of Rise to the Top, the number one badass show, resource, and community for mediapreneurs. I mean, he's interviewed so many amazing people from Seth Godin, Ali Brown, Marie Forleo. I mean, he's interviewed some of the top online mediapreneurs out there, and he's passionate about helping mediapreneurs. And just in case you're like, what the heck is a mediapreneur? These are personal brands, coaches, experts, speakers, internet marketers, information marketers, authors, really dominate the online space and create freedom for themselves. And we're going to talk about really what does that even mean to dominate online and create freedom, and how do you do that? And I actually was just reading this, David. Your show has been viewed over I was like, how many zeros is that? 6 million times in over 100 countries. That's amazing. Which means you need to go back to social studies class, but that's a different conversation. And really why, and so, you guys can go to his website, therisetofthetop.com. I just really want to talk to David because he's been really busy launching his stuff, and I kind of would rather actually have a conversation with him instead of squinting at his bio because you guys know I'm blind as a bat. So, David, I'm so happy to have you here. For shizzle. So, guys, the one thing that you maybe don't know about David is that he is one of the realest guys you'll ever meet. And what I love about him, just like that, how he just kind of just adjusted the screen. He doesn't hold back. He just does what he has to. If you follow him online, if you go to the Rise to the Top on Facebook or just follow him at David Siteman Garland, everything he says, when he posts stuff, I'm like, oh, I could totally picture him saying that. So once you guys go to his stuff and see his videos and you hear this, you're going to be like, oh, there's such a congruency between what you see out there and even the conversation that we're going to have. So, David, you teach people how to dominate online and create freedom. When was it that when would you say that you first started to dominate online? How did you get to that point? So everything, so first of all, you are a mediapreneur, obviously, and everything you teach mediapreneurs, you've gone through it all. So you teach not from theory, not from Google, sir. I mean, like everything you're teaching is exactly the path that you've walked on, that you've walked. Beautiful. Oh, yeah. Well, you know what I love about you, David, because I know you are coming out with your free webinar about the behind the scenes of your launch, like how you did it, and the good, the bad, and I my favorite thing is that you're teaching the ugly, because a lot of times I think experts, they just want to teach like, well, you can be over here if you just do what I say. And what I love about you is that you're showing the whole gamut, because guess what, it is ugly and it can get bad. Maybe you have a little bit of good, and then the rest of it is like, oh my God. But it's those mistakes, it's the ugly stuff that I feel like those are the teachable golden nuggets. That's the stuff that, because the good stuff, you can Google it. I mean, the fact of the matter is, but it's like, because we feel this need to be perfect, nobody wants to share the ugly. And I love that you do that. Punch something in the throat. So, okay, so I think we talked about this on my interview that I did with you, maybe not, but I believe your content, yeah, our personal content and our wisdom is the greatest gift. It's like it. So I am like all about David's program. Like, and David, I'm sure people ask to promote, or I'm sorry, they ask you to promote their stuff. And, I get, I'm like, can you be an affiliate? And like, when I saw the name of your program, okay, which is creating awesome online courses, okay, and how to turn your online platform into revenue by by creating your own online course. I was like, oh my God, this is like everything that I stand for. I know what kind of person you are through and through, like from the inside out. So I was like, okay, I'm all over it. I'm going to let everybody know about this because, I mean, the wisdom that you have to share is golden because listen, we all have a story, but it's about your unique way of sharing that story. So can you tell me a little bit about, what does it take to create, and I know it's a loaded question, what does it take to create an awesome online course? Yeah. Yeah, nope. Okay. Watch, paint, try. Yeah. Yes. And I love that because you are passionate about taking all your knowledge and creating revenue from it and having it be of value and high quality. And that's exactly, you're not, your course is not put some crap out there and make a couple of bucks and maybe you'll have some freedom. You're like, no, create awesome online, like awesome meaning you are giving 500% of yourself. You're not just creating, yeah, something janky. Yep. Yes. So hold on. So let's actually talk about realistically this launch. So with the launch and the content that you're selling, which is the actual fulfillment of your program, how many months did you work on this? Okay. Yep. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, no, wait. By the way, I don't think there's anything scary. I think you're being very honest about the fact that people who want that instant fix. I'm just gonna put something out there. At the end of the day, if it takes 8 months to launch an awesome course, it's gonna take 8 months, and it's worth it. Yeah. Yes. Yes. No, you're fine. Yeah. Well, I love it because I love what you said, because it's like teach what you've already gone through. Because a lot of times, mediapreneurs, coaches, whatever, they suffer from feeling like a fake or a fraud. And it's like, well, you're not a fake or a fraud if you're teaching what you've already learned. You know what I mean? Instead of like, I'm going to teach you how to have a six-figure business when you don't have that. Of course, you're going to feel like that. So I love it. And I actually came up with this formula. And I want to know if you kind of teach this in a similar way. When people ask, how do I create the course? I said, well, I always say, look at the breakdown, right? Look at whatever betrayal, stab in the back issue, you fell on your face, what's that incident? And then look at where you are now, which I would say is the breakthrough, right? Like you've had some sort of breakthrough. You're not at that crappy place. You're here now. And then what's that bridge? How did you get there? And it's literally that how that you're teaching, right? And so there, so I don't know. Do you have anything to add to that? Yeah, yeah, I forgot who says this saying. If you can't measure it, it doesn't exist, right? So, yeah, yeah. Yes. Wait, are you being serious? Yes. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. And David, first of all, I still go to bookstores and, when I get vegetarian cookbooks. Yeah, no, that's like my favorite thing to do on like a Saturday afternoon, seriously. So I usually go to the bookstore and you're absolutely right because I'm looking at two right now. One is Martha Stewart, Meatless, which I love. And she uses like it's all vegetarian, but she doesn't just use vegetables. She uses different kind of vegetarian proteins. And then I have another cookbook I'm looking at right now called Plenty, and all they use is vegetables. That's yeah. So, guys, go to David's website where you can learn more about him. Check out all the interviews that he's done, including mine. Is therisetoThetop.com. He has a great free training video series, and you can go to createawesomeonlinecourses.com. Right, David? Yeah. 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 No. Yeah. Well, so I actually did not ask you a lot about your program. I just automatically was like, oh, it's going to be awesome because I know and I love and trust you. So let me ask you this: for the person who has, they know that they got a story to tell. They know that they want to really leverage the online space. Okay, suppose somebody comes through your free training series. They don't know anything about anything. They don't know about Wistia. They don't know about Wishlist. They don't know about any membership site. They don't know anything, right? I'm just throwing out jargon here that some people won't know. Someone can go through your free training series, and if they want to take it deeper into your program, and they will literally learn on the back end, from the back end, how to take their content and wisdom and put it out there. You'll teach them everything. Beautiful. Yeah, yeah. Yes. Wow. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. So anybody who has some sort of subscriber list, and I don't want you guys to hear this as it has to be 7 million, right? It can literally be 400. And you know what? I'd rather have 400 sticky people than 7 million people who like archive my message. You know? Yeah. So, yeah, and if you're like a hungry learner like me, it might just be good just to even go through the training series, just to know what else is out there. You know what I mean? And actually, actually, you would fly me out to your yacht. We could do it in person. I love that. It's like you want to know what you don't know even before you don't know that you even need it. You seem a little frustrated. You seem a little like I could tell you're like, I wish I knew this 4 years ago. Yeah, I hear you. Well, okay, guys. So David Siteman Garland, the rise to the top.com. Check out his free video training series. I'm actually going through it right. I actually, I'm doing it myself. I'm going through the training series. It's amazing. I just absolutely love the way David delivers his content. You always know that what you see is what you get. And you always know that when David, and I'm sorry, I'm talking like you're not there. Like yeah, I'm talking in third person right now. But what I love about David is that when he's teaching and when he's preaching, right, it's like you know that no matter whether it's a 5 minute video or whether it's to, funnel, or to kind of show you what his program is, it doesn't matter whether he's selling anything or not. David is the kind of guy who will give you 150%. He doesn't hold back, which is what I absolutely love. So even if, like David said, even if you don't have a platform, you don't have a subscriber, go through it anyway because you're going to learn some great stuff. And I'm telling you, there's a lot of crap out there. People who just give you like 1% because they're just trying to like tease you and then they want to keep upselling you into more stuff. David's the kind of guy, even if you go through his free video training series and you never decide to sign up for his program, you're still going to get a ton of content. So just for that reason, go through it. You can go to createawesomeonlinecourses.com. And David, as always, I love that you live in St. Louis, not too far from me. I, I don't know if you know this, but I have two gloves and a baseball, and I play catch almost every other day at the park. David, it's always a pleasure to talk to you. You're such a good guy. I was so excited for today. And you guys check him out, therisetoTheTop.com, his free video training series at Create Awesome Online Courses. I'm going to put the link for you guys. Check him out. He's awesome. Great content. Stellar. Bye, D.